I got an email from our HOA that they're going to go around looking at the properties on February 2nd, I think. And they said if your Christmas lights aren't down yet, they're citing your ass.
Damn, that's how you know the HOA is really the one who owns your home.
I was like, well, good thing we don't have any Christmas lights on.
Welcome to a conversation with Judy and Ryan right here on YouTube at takeabreathpod. You can also find us on TikTok and on Twix, same at takeabreathpod. If you listen to us on the audio podcast, please make sure to give us 5 stars, because why don't you like me? Because if you don't give us 5 stars, you obviously don't like me. All right, and that ain't cool.
Clearly, yeah. And we like Ryan, so.
Oh, thanks, Judy. First, I get the disclaimer last week, and now this is like, 2024 is coming all Ryan, okay? This is all Ryan. Oh, wait, hold on. Where did I put it? Where did I?
Is he about to leave us?
Oh, okay. Hold on.
Okay, I definitely didn't expect him to leave us. We were doing so well, like in our pre-show, and now he wasn't even ready, so that's cool.
What did you say?
Nothing.
What did you? Oh, that's a lie. I know you said something. Did you say anything about my bear? You say something about my bear again?
No, nothing about your bear this time. Promise.
Okay. What did you say then?
Nothing.
No, I'm gonna find out.
You'll just hear it when you re-listen to it.
So, Judy, I've been real busy this week.
Yeah.
I have been creating so much sound. I have been feeling real lordly about all the creations I've been making. And as part of my lordship, I decided to bequeath you a one-time ejection seat out of anything that we're talking about. Okay? This stems from last week when I had a bit regarding sex sounds that was just going nowhere. I saved it because I'm amazing, but it was just going nowhere. And I think fairly soon on into that bit, you knew that it was going nowhere. You were just like, what are we doing here? So
I think you really just wanted to sound like Jennifer Coolidge.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of, and I forget this all the time, I still remember being young Ryan and seeing Stifler's mom in American Pie. Jennifer Coolidge, I am so grateful. You molded many a Ryan, if you know what I'm saying. I don't really know what I'm saying when I say many a Ryan, but there were many a night that young Ryan was being molded by her. Okay. So see how I just said something awkward, and now maybe you're like, okay, if this doesn't stop. So now what you can do is just say, eject, eject, eject. And then I have to hit this. Ejectocito, cut!
Oh, Tyrese. Classic.
Yeah, and then that topic is over, okay? So you get one ejectocito, cuz, per episode.
Perfect.
Now, let's say I, while talking about sex sounds, I maybe say something that says, I don't know, so-and-so had sex with a llama and it sounded like this. And then you're like, we can't talk about people having sex with llamas. And then I'm like, oh, okay, fine. Here's a disclaimer. And then I'll hit this.
The thoughts, opinions, and expressions of Clownboy Ryan in no way reflect those of Judy herself, the A Conversation with Judy and Ryan podcast, or parent company, Take a Breath Productions. All rights reserved. Copyright 2020.
See?
I appreciate
that. Way,
that was great. That's so
that
great.
way, legally, you guys are in the clear, okay? Although I think legally, I also indemnified myself. I said that my thoughts and opinions don't actually partake in anything, including in my production company.
Yeah, how does that work?
You know what? It's law and it's legal and copyright 2020, which also we started the show in 2023.
3?
I just put 2020 because that's what I put.
Actually.
We did start in 22. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, because then we did our airing of grievances just a couple of months ago.
A couple of months ago?
I was trying to say a few months ago, and it just kind of all like molded into one word.
Yeah, it's all right, Judy. I'll do you a favor.
Ejectocito, cut!
We'll just stop right there. It's fine.
That does not deserve a ejectocito cut sound bit.
Oh, and then of course, when I get a little stupidly loud, I gotta apologize.
Hey, neighbors, stop doing that.
See,
Perfect.
it's just, sorry, neighbors. That one I'm not really in love with. We're probably gonna work on that one. And now that I'm saying that I'm gonna work on it, I won't work on it for 7 months. And by the time I'm ready to work on it, it'll be part of the canon of the show somehow for some stupid reason. And then I'll change it anyway because that's what I do. All right.
I'm just glad the sound bits are working today.
Yeah, me too. I have another one coming up later for when we talk about sports because so much stuff happened in the world of sports today, and we want to go over our NFL picks, see how we did from the beginning of the season. But I have so much to go over, but I'm so excited for that one, the sports segment specifically, because I went and I contacted some places we call this the mothership. Out on the East Coast, and I talked to some high ups on their creative side, their production side, and we came together with a sound clip, like an intro song. It's super short, but it's like an intro song that is meant to, give you the feelings of what it's like when you listen to them or watch them, but at the same time, it's our own thing. And I just I'm really excited for you guys to hear it. I'm not going to play it now. I know I'm going through all the sound right now. I'm not going to play it now because when we talk about sports, I want it to be real special because, like I said, just getting the chance to be able to, learn from all of these people at this company and them, helping out this tiny show, 37 subscribers strong on YouTube, and they bestowed their lovingness on us to help with this. I'm so taken aback. I'm so excited. I just can't wait for that part. Okay. Judy, I have a question for you.
Yeah, what's up?
Is it weird that I swallow my pills without any water?
Yes.
Why?
Because
Hey, neighbors,
only
stop
psychos
doing
do
that.
that.
Why? See, I heard this the other day too, and okay, I'm not bestowing any presents at this moment, so I don't need my lordship cap on. But why is only crazy people? I don't need water. My mouth has enough liquid in it that it will transport the pills.
No. Listen, I took one pharmacy class in college. And I remember our instructor specifically saying you should have water with your pills because of some chemical reaction with the water and your pills going down. I don't know, it's the whole thing. I just remember my professor saying about it. So now because of that, you should just do it. But also,
What?
some of
Okay,
your
you know what?
medicines, literally, some of your medicines on the bottle say, please take it with 8 ounces of water.
Well, 8 ounces, that's excessive. Okay. You don't need 8 ounces of water. No one takes their pills with 8 ounces of water. That's
do.
them trying to. You do not.
I'm sure I do. I take like maybe 10.
No.
10 plus
That's what I'm
seconds
saying.
of like
is
chugging.
that I don't think you do that. I think you do what everyone does. You take a big swig of water and you down your pills with it. And then now what you're doing is you're saying, but I have this whole big cup with me all day. So if I drink the whole cup, it's like I had a full 8 ounces with my. No, we're not. You know what? Last week I was rusty, but I'm here today. Okay, you can't just try and pull one across on me. I'm willing to concede that from a health perspective, it is healthier or safer even to take your pills with water. Right? There has been once or twice where my mouth was not as wet as I thought it was going to be. And that pill might have gotten stuck like right on the inside of the throat, like right there.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And then you're just like, because the thing that sucks about that is anyone who's ever had like any kind of candy or pill even stick to their tongue, you know that it's like solid in there for a moment. So you now drinking water doesn't help the pill go down. You just gotta wait until it naturally dissolves and
Like
falls off. You're
or
stuck.
like pushes, yeah.
Yeah, or you gotta like shove a whole kielbasa down your throat. I mean,
Oh.
I
From personal experience, Ryan? Or
all I'm gonna say is
Or-
I have never seen a piece of meat that I couldn't choke down. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. Well, you guys, look. I'm sure someone's
Glizzy
gonna.
over here.
I'm sure someone's gonna clip that and make it into one of the talkie ticks or whatever you kids say. But you know what? Real quick, we'll get back to the pills in a second. I need to not talk about serious topics on shows where we come back, which sucks because all the stuff happens while we're gone. But I need to not talk about serious stuff because there are so many things from last week's episode that I want to re-talk about and actually be like, no, look, this is actually what I meant when I was talking about this, instead of just ranting and raving for an entire 15 minutes. So just let's put that in a cap for next time. But I don't think that it should determine that I'm a crazy if I just take my pills. Just, you know, if anything, I'm conserving more of Mother Earth by not consuming all that water. God, forget 8 to 10 ounces. Let's just say you take a full ounce every single time. By the end of your lifetime, you've drank in 17 pools. I mean, I'm just trying to look out for Mother Gaia.
Now, do you only take your pills like that? Like you never actually drink water with them?
No, I mean, like, if my mouth feels dry, because, you know, I'll be taking that medicine, y'all. So
Right.
if my mouth feels dry, then yes, I will, like, I'll take it with water or whatever. I'm just saying, in my normal day to day, my mouth feels juicy enough.
I don't know how else you can
That it's
describe
not-
your mouth if it's not
Yeah,
wet
like-
enough, it's not juicy
Yeah.
enough.
Like, it's just
It's not
normally.
producing enough saliva. I don't know.
Yeah. Normally it's just like, you know, I got that flow going and it's just it's fine. It just all goes.
I just wanted to know, like, if it makes a difference on how, like, you feel. Like, do you feel like it works better if you drink water? Do you like feel that it works better as normal? Like, you know what I mean?
Well, the reason, the honestly, where I think it stemmed from for me is that I wouldn't always have like, because I'm old, right? So I don't, when I was growing up, not everybody had a Stanley Cup, okay? So sometimes you'd be around and there was just no water anywhere. So I got used to taking my pills without it because I would just need to at times.
It's funny.
And
Okay,
so-
hold on. It's funny that you bring that up. Is that I saw a TikTok where somebody said, "Do y'all remember not being allowed to bring water bottles and you had to go to the water fountain in school?" And I was like, "Oh my god, yes, that was the thing." Why did you do that to us?
Oh God, because health changes as we get older. Apparently.
That's crazy.
Oh God, man! Now I'm just thinking. When's the last time you used a water fountain?
Never.
Like, I'm not gonna lie. I think within the next 5 to 10 years, water fountains are gonna go away completely, and they're gonna be replaced. A lot of places have already installed them, but they're gonna just fully be replaced with the refillable bottle stations, right?
Yep.
That's insane to think about. How things will just be gone and people will not even think about the fact that they're gone because they stopped using it so long ago. I was thinking about this the other day with elevator music. They don't have elevator music anymore. If music is played in elevators, it is now satellite radio or something custom for whatever hotel you're in. It's never
right.
It's nothing like that, man.
What about payphones?
Payphones are gone, huh? They are gone. I mean, cell phones took them out. It was Netflix's fault. Just blame it on Netflix.
We'll blame everything on Netflix, okay?
So, Judy, you've been telling me all week that there's something that is real adult-ish that gets you all hot and bothered.
Oh, yeah.
I need to know. I need to know what this thing is, please.
No, there's multiple things, all right, that get me hot.
Okay, calm down, girl. Calm it down. We don't need to get all up in it. We just need to know a little bit about a little bit. Sprinkle it on. Just going deep straight away.
All right. So we've been living in our house fully for about, 2 months, I would say, since the middle of November. Now we're in middle-ish, almost middle of January. So we've gotten 2 electric bills. And our electric bill has been $27 and $32. And I was like, damn. I tell Keith every time, I'm like, guess how much our electricity bill was this month? He's like, how much? I was like, $32 whole ass dollars. He's like, damn. I was like, I know. Are we just so excited about this? Let's enjoy this. I don't know. That's the thing. I was like, wow. I was like, I get it that most Monday through Friday, we're not home. And home most of the day.
I mean, don't get me wrong. That sounds low, but I'm also thinking now it's wintertime. So I'm guessing the majority of your energy consumption is coming from gas rather than electricity. Are your heating units, are they electric?
That's the thing. No, so our heater is also is electric. So the only thing that's gas here is our water heater.
What?
Mm-hmm. And it hasn't been cold that we needed to turn our heater. Although that's going to change in next week because there's a freeze.
I was going to say, yeah, because we got hit like a motherfucker this week. Okay. Monday, it was icy cold and windy because it was coming in. Oh, it was, and it would cut through me. How that real, so cold that you wear your jacket for the first hour at work because you're scared that when you take it off, it's not going to be warm enough still.
Right.
All week. And we're going to Universal this weekend. I was like, it better not be cold, as cold out there in California.
I heard it's cold in Cali too.
It's cold, but from what I've been seeing with the weather reports, it's about 8 to 12 degrees warmer. Okay. I'll take that. I will take that gladly.
Yeah. Yeah. We're supposedly going to have a really bad freeze next week. And even
I
like,
hope you unpacked your hoodies.
oh, they are all unpacked.
Good.
It's gonna be so bad that our realtor had to send us like a little text like, hey y'all, here's a freezing prep your house for the winter freeze type like checklist. I was like, hey, I was actually thinking about this, and now I have a little checklist.
How long does your realtor stay in contact with you after you buy a house? Like, are you guys, did you get married to the realtor? Like, are you guys just together forever now until you move out of that city?
We follow each other on the Instagram, so.
Oh, you became friends with your realtor. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Look at you.
She's pretty cool. I like her. A lot. But yeah, so it's like, oh, look. And it was just so funny. Like, Keith comes home because she sent it around the time that he walked in. And he's like, oh, what does, because the name of our realtor on his contact phone is like her name, the realtor. He's like, oh, what is she? I was like, why do you say her name like that?
Because that's who she is.
He's like, I don't know. So I have her name on my phone. I just laughed. I was like, okay.
I mean, I got Keith's back on this one. Like, he didn't make friends with her. He thought that you guys were going to have a regular realtor to person relationship, and then y'all became BFFs or whatever. And now he's kind of, your friend, the realtor. It's a joke. It's a nickname.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Why you got to put my boy in a bad light? That's not cool.
He really does miss popping up on this show, though.
I miss him. Let's see.
He actually came in like 2 seconds before the link came in.
Oh, he was too early again?
Yeah.
I got to tell him, just set a timer for, 9:15
9:15 would probably be, yeah.
Yeah, because that'll give us enough of a cushion to have like extended the production or the pre-show meeting, but it's not too late that he's gonna be all like,
yeah, right.
You know,
yeah.
But going back to what you were talking about with the electric bill, because you delivered it to me as something that you're like happy about as an adult, and I get what you're saying. You're happy to pay a bill that low.
That low,
right?
Yes.
But I think anytime you save money, like that's something that translates across all ages. Like getting a deal is timeless. Because I don't know, what was your electric bill at the old spot?
Okay, around this time it'd probably be like 80, 90.
Okay.
For the month, I would guess.
So so now that I'm thinking about it, your new place probably has like good insulation, and the old place was probably leaking like a sieve.
Yes. Oh God, that rental was terrible. Let me just say. Like, I am thankful that we got our full deposit back, but like, damn. That house was like falling apart when we left it. I was like, y'all, the roofs had so many cracks, like foundation issues all over the place. So good luck to the next people who rent that place. But damn, yeah, it had really bad insulation. Our electricity bill during the summertime with the AC, through the roof.
Oh, I'm sure. I don't even want to think about. Oh God. Now you're making me remember the electric bills that I had during the summer when we were hitting like 112 on average for days on end.
That's not something I get excited about as an adult.
No, like, okay, so because to me, when I'm thinking about like, anytime that I could save money on anything, I get excited, right? Like, I don't go shopping for gas prices. I don't look at an app or anything like that. But when I notice that at the station that I go to that the price has gone down a little bit, I'm like, all right, getting some savings, Or like I buy a lot of video games on the Nintendo store, right? So instead of just paying for them full price, I will wait until they go on sale. And thankfully, there's an easy enough system. You favorite it, and whenever it goes on sale, it alerts you, blah, blah, blah. But like when I buy it, I'm not thinking about, oh, I just spent $4.99. No. And this is not girl math because I'm actually acknowledging what was spent compared to what was saved and not subtracting the two from the other and being like, so actually it was negative 17 cents. No, I'm not doing that. Okay. What I am saying is like, hey, look at me. I saved myself an extra $15 because that $20 game I only had to pay $4.99 for. Okay, so that's exciting.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So just little things like that, and
I'll give you one other thing that as an adult it excites me because it never happens. This has not happened at all this year, and it sucks. And I'm gonna write a letter.
okay.
Neighbors, stop doing that.
So Asher is not allowed onto the playground until 8:40 in the morning. Okay.
Okay.
School starts at 9. The only people allowed on the playground before that are the before school care. So the children have to line up at their assigned gate, and the gates are by grade, right? So first grade, second grade, third grade, so on. They have to line up at that gate until a teacher comes and unlocks the gate and lets everyone in. Now, at one point, they were doing one teacher per gate. And then that has turned into one teacher to unlock all the gates.
Oh my God. Okay.
So when there were multiple teachers and it was cold outside, because I'm still enough of a helicopter parent that I don't hover around him like with his friends and everything, but I'm watching and I stand with him at the gate until he gets into the class, because you know what? I don't trust other parents, okay? They have not said hello to me, so I don't trust them. Even if I am just yelling loudly in the middle of a morning, okay? I don't care how I come off. You should have said hello. So I wait for him to go. So I wait for him to go in. But while I'm waiting, especially on days like today, or days like this week, I'm shivering. So cold. Waiting, like, where's the teacher? Where's the teacher? Where's the teacher? I need them to come open this gate. I need him to hurry up. And in days of the past, when we had multiple teachers, occasionally they would come to Asher's gate first, so he'd be the first one in, and I could run to my car in pure joy about the heat I was about to receive. But this year, since there's only the one teacher, he never gets his gate open first.
Damn.
All right.
I'm sorry.
That was good. No, that was good.
Right.
It was supposed to be something that I don't know, like I took your happy thing and I made it bad, and I'm sorry about that, but it got me in the right mental space because Judy, it is time for Ryan Refutes. What are we refuting today?
Oh, on today's episode of Ryan Refutes,
Can I stop you real quick? Can I? Because I want to be able to just answer whatever it is without being able to think about anything like usual.
Okay.
Because we run a top-notch show. But can I just say, my favorite part of Ryan Refutes is every week when I get to just see you dance to me doing the announcement. It's like, I don't know. I just like, it's one of the things that I was watching an episode earlier today, and it made me smile when I saw your face. So, okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead, please.
Okay. So we've been binging the show. Oh, I've been binging it. And we're just in this part of the season where Rachel and Ross are on a break.
Oh, God.
I want you to refute that Rachel was in the right to be upset at Ross for being with copy printer girl.
Okay. So I gotta remember, because this is from the show Friends. Obviously, this is at the time like this would have been a trending thing. This was such a big hot topic because of the show.
This was early season 3 or mid season 3.
If I remember correctly, Ross and Rachel are on a break, obviously, and he has sex with someone. But he also like had a conversation with her saying that, okay, you know what? Never mind. Because it really doesn't matter what the details of what happened was. At the end of it, they were on a break and he hooked up with somebody else. What I will say to that, and why it honestly is Ross's fault, I don't even have to come up with a certain way to feel about it. The reason it's Ross's fault, and this is why if you watch that show, he sucks as a person. He's a terrible communicator. He really is. He does not, he's condescending. He doesn't actually back up any of the stuff he says. He just tells you what's up and that's it. And in this one, yes, you're on a break, and this falls on Rachel as well, but the only one who did anything is Ross. So really it's his fault. It's up to both parties to be like, what are the stipulations of this break? If you don't stipulate that, then you end up doing some dumb shit because you're thinking about only what's best for you. And now they're going to be thinking, well, if we were in this weird gray thing and he was only thinking about what was best for him, how can this be good for either of us? And you blew it anyway. So if you go on a break, here's what you do. You say, look, we going on a break. That means I'm a fuck other hoes. The end. Reveal me not, bitch. No, but seriously, like he should, like, I do understand where he could have been coming from with that, but he should have explained what he meant by it rather than just being like, oh, we're on a break and that's it.
Yeah. It's okay. So
wonder why your wife left you for another woman.
Well, that's because she's a lesbian. That's me.
Yeah, why do you think she went lesbian? Okay.
After 7 years with Ross.
If I had to listen to that man talk for all that time, I would go gay too. Okay.
And what's crazy? Okay, so I never caught this part, but so Rachel was the one who said we should take a break. And everything happened all in like a 2-day span or like one night, honestly, right? Because Ross had that one night stand right after they got into that fight. And no. That's also for real. I'm glad you just said that. If you go on a break, you got to give yourself, there's a 48-hour minimum. Or something.
Maybe even,
48,
72-hour window where everything is off the table because you have to make sure that you're not doing anything for emotions. And then also, and I'm not speaking as anyone who ever witnessed this happen in high school, motherfuckers will literally break up with someone just so that they can go and hook up with somebody else and then come back to that person all under the guise of we were on a break just so that they can feel okay about what they're doing. That's still some shady shit. Okay.
Yeah, that's super shady. Yeah.
So thank you for. I'm glad that I didn't get all the details, but that also is a huge part of it as to why he was a fucking dick.
Yeah. Which, I'm sorry, but this is such a great segue that my person face that annoys me is Ross Geller. And I mean, after all the reasons that you just already said, just looking at him just makes it even worse.
I don't know what you're talking about. I love his face. He's got a real strong chin.
And I can't think of the actor's name, and it's really like going like out of. I can't think of his name.
Oh, Okay, I know it's. I'm forgetting it right now. I know it's David something.
Schwimmer. Schwimmer?
Yes, David Schwimmer, who's actually he's been in the news lately. I haven't done the research on it. I really want to, but he's been in the news recently because, the Jewish people are saying that the Academy Awards people are anti-Semites.
Oh.
Excuse me, sorry, my voice is crackling. I'm having puberty moments. But yeah, so it's become a whole thing. I haven't done the research, so I don't know like what's being said about what. But yeah, anyway, his face sucks.
God, I mean, just honestly, he's just a terrible character.
Yeah, like
The
okay,
writers
I will
did
say,
him really dirty, I think. But
So-
unless that's the like how they were trying to portray him, I don't know.
So I will say that he is the kind of person like the character is annoying, but I can understand why if that person was in your friend group, you would. I couldn't understand being with this person, probably because I am this person, but I can understand why you would keep that person in your friend group, right? Like I could see the dynamic where you would have men, and that's probably why he was so popular as a part of it. But you're right. He sucks. Like,
Just
there was at one point they were going to do a spin. There was rumors that there was going to be a spin-off starring David Schwimmer, and that just never came to fruition. Thank God.
Thank God.
Didn't.
Why would they want to do that?
Thank God that they decided to do Joey, which was awesome.
I never watched it.
No one else did. It lasted for a show like Friends. This tells you how bad Joey was. Friends was easily of its time the most popular show of the 90s, right?
Right.
Joey didn't even last a full season.
Oh damn! I didn't know that. They canceled it mid-season. Damn.
They canceled. Yeah, Joey was so horrible. The biggest show of the previous decade. That popularity couldn't transfer over to give this thing a full 24 episodes.
Oh well. But yeah, God, he
it's
sucks.
sad.
Terrible.
Okay, so since we agree on the annoying faces, we can cut that part short. And just, we've been wanting to talk about this. We got 3 minutes left, Judy. We wanted to talk about this for a couple weeks now. Pre-bedtime naps. It's a couple months now. Pre-bedtime naps.
Yes. Tell me, what is the deal with pre-bedtime naps?
So the EP will fall asleep on the couch. And then when I'm ready to go to bed, I will take her to the bed, not carry her, I'll wake her up, we'll go to the bed, and then she'll fall back asleep. I say that she's just sleeping with a 5-minute interruption of having to go to the bed. She will say that she's taking a pre-bedtime nap before she actually goes to sleep.
No, it's not a thing.
Thank you.
Sorry, EP, if you're listening, when you listen to this, I'm sorry. It's not a thing. You just want to sleep, but you don't want to leave Ryan by himself. You still want to have that time togetherness, right? So you're I'm just going to fall asleep here, but it's not a pre-bedtime nap. You're actually going to sleep. You just don't want to sleep in the oh because you want to be near Ryan.
Oh my God, it's like listening to myself. Oh, let's go, Judy. Let's have
Is this the first time we got what?
I told her, I was I have Murder Bear. It'll be fine. You can go, he's watching, go to sleep. Now, I will say, since she started her new schedule of having to wake up at 7 our time, or no, having to go to work at 7 our time, that has changed, and she has been forcing herself to go to bed. But yeah, no, she would just be babe, it's time for my pre-bedtime nap. I'm no, you're just going to bed. It'd be one thing if you even stayed up for a couple hours in between. I can make okay. But no, you're just going to bed and then you're going to go to bed again.
Just go to bed in your bed, EP.
Right. Especially, we don't have this big ass house or anything. This is a tiny apartment. I'm 15 feet away.
Just leave the door open if you want to be near him still. I don't know.
Oh, God. This is the
That's
life that I
crazy.
live, man. This is the
I
life
love
that
that
I
she
live.
termed that. She termed it a pre-bedtime nap.
Well, this is oh, and this is triggering me because of what I'm about to say. But this is what it's like to live with a Leo, right? You cannot win an argument with, if they believe something, they will manipulate and massage and mold that story into whatever they need it to be so that it will go back to. And I'm triggered because you sent me that fucking Scorpio video. Oh, we're gonna have to talk about that next week on the show because I didn't have time to clip it
there's
down.
So many. Like, I don't know if you know this on TikTok, but it's like a new genre or a trend, I would say, that it's like there's damn it, Gong. I was trying to finish, but let me finish this one thought. It's like a whole thing where different people do like, oh, I'm a Libra, and they do all the stereotypes of things that Libras do, or like, oh, I'm a millennial. I was like, oh my God, these are so good because that's so me. But yeah, we'll talk about it next week.
Other than I haven't seen the I'm a like Scorpio, I'm a Libra stuff. I haven't seen that. I have seen the people that will like be like, they'll be acting as that certain sign. Where it's like, what, she's acting as a Scorpio, and then she turns this way, and now she's a Leo, and then she turns this way, and now she's a Gemini, right? Yeah. So I've seen that, but no, this one, like,
don't you worry.
I was like, oh, other people do that too, huh? Like,
yes, that's the thing, right? Like, you never noticed it.
The one for me that I didn't even like, and it hit home real hard because I didn't even notice it about myself. We're like, oh, we're gonna have a conversation, and you're gonna feel like you've met the most interesting person ever, and I'm just gonna be like, yeah, that was Tuesday.
Yeah.
I was like, bitch.
Oh, I love it. I'll send you more when they pop up.
All right, we'll clip that down and we'll have some sound for you guys. I mean, if everything's working, things are working fine today. I'm not too hopeful for the future, but you know what? Knock on wood, we're gonna keep it going. All right, when we come back, we're gonna be talking about Jonathan Majors and all the stuff involved with that. We're also going to be talking about sports. My new sounder that I got from, people might call it the mothership over on the East Coast. It's like, I got it from their creative department. Very excited. Judy is doing some reading in the car while she's driving. It's not safe. And then also, I got some questions about what my boss said to me the other day. It's kind of been fucking with me. So I gotta talk to you about it.
Okay.
I would say all that and more, but no, that's it. We're just talking about those things and those things only. No tangents, no nothing. Coming up right here on A Conversation with Judy and Ryan. Woo woo woo. Welcome back to A Conversation with Judy and Ryan on YouTube, TikTok, and Twix at takeabreathpod. Please make sure to like, share, subscribe, and if you're an audio listener, make sure that you show me how much you like me with a 5-star review. Judy, before we left, I'm just getting into this one because there's a lot to go over. Before we left, we mentioned that we were going to talk about Jonathan Majors, somewhat disgraced Hollywood actor. I'm not saying that to disparage him. I would just say that he was at the top of Hollywood, and because of everything that has happened in his personal life over the last year and a half, 2 years, he's not in Hollywood anymore. So I call him disgraced. Whatever you would call that in that scenario, I would, But we have some audio because he did his first interview since being found guilty in his trial against his ex-girlfriend and I'm not going to get the exact verbiage of it right, but assault. It wasn't full assault. It's like aggravated assault without intent. Like basically the verdict is that he was found guilty of committing assault against somebody, but not doing it intentionally, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
So the first thing in hearing everything that I just want you to hear this. Going back, this was uncovered during the trial. Let's go back during the relationship. I just want you to hear how he was talking to his then girlfriend about her having a night out with her friends, okay?
Okay.
Coretta Scott King. You know who that is? That's Martin Luther King's wife. Michelle Obama. Barack Obama's wife.
I know, I'm not. I shouldn't have gone out. I'm sorry.
Let me just lay it out for you. I'm just gonna say this. I'm a great man. A great man. I am doing great things, not just for me, but for my culture and for the world. That is actually the position I'm in. That's real. I'm not being a dick about it.
He's not being a dick about it.
He's
not at
not
all.
being a dick about it.
Right. And then in this interview, he was asked about those statements, and this is what he said.
It was me trying to give an analogy of what it is I'm aspiring to be, these great men, Martin, President Obama, and trying to give a reference point to that.
Now, Judy, I'm going to let you talk on this, but real quick, I just have to say, when I think about all-time great African-American actors, I think Denzel, I think Sidney Poitier, I think Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
But while all
Samuel Jackson,
Samuel Jackson, and while all these men are great and have done great things in the industry and have, in my opinion, propped up, and in my opinion, have propped up African American culture, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I would not say any of them were on the same level as the man who basically ended segregation in the United States. I would not say any of them were on the level of the first African American president of the United States of all time.
Right.
That too. And so for him to have such a self-inflated ego of putting himself as an actor, as someone who is here for the entertainment of people, and don't get it twisted when I say this. I'm not saying that he cannot use his fame in order to strengthen the downtrodden and help, the beleaguered and all that stuff. What I am saying is that is not his first focus. His first focus is to be an entertainer. And if through being an entertainer, he can do some other cool shit, cool.
Right.
But don't put yourself on the same level as two men who legitimately, one was assassinated for his beliefs, and the other one dealt with probably assassination threats 50,000 a day. That I can't think a lot. Okay,
a lot. Yes, I'm sure of
so
it.
for you to put yourself on that level, just talks about your self-inflated ego, and then also, and I know that this has been said and everything like that, but you're also comparing considered two of the strongest, most idealistic African-American women in U.S. history, right? Now you can say, Harriet, tell me about, but what I'm saying, when someone says that I want to embody what it is to be a strong Black woman, when I want to be someone who is there for her family, there for her husband, and can still do bad all on her own, these are the names that come up.
Right.
And for you to be putting all of these stipulations on, and no disrespect when I say this, a white girl that you met on a movie set, you need to calm it the fuck down.
Yeah, so this is my first time hearing this clip or the sound bits of this. But wow. I mean, and at the end, he had the audacity to say, I'm not trying to be a dick about it. Like, but you are being a dick about it.
Right.
Like, what a fucking cop-out. I'm sorry. Like, Jonathan Majors, get out of here.
Yeah. Like, that was bad. And then also he went to trial, right? He didn't testify on his own behalf, right? Which is real suspicious. Someone who is considered, and also, because I watched the entire interview that he did, and to me now also, like I told you, I just don't, after watching him in this interview, I just don't like him, right? He has really come off as someone who I just, regardless of the situation, I just wouldn't want to associate myself with him or be a fan of his, is a better way to put it. But he didn't defend himself, and that's funny because, like I said, he's an actor of the highest caliber, so you would think that if he felt the need to, he could have done it and done it in a convincing way, regardless of whatever, right? But he didn't defend himself. And then this is the reason, and this is also him talking about his driver giving the driver that night giving a testimony on the stand.
When the actual testimony came, the driver said, she did everything, meaning Grace. He did nothing, referring to myself.
You chose not to take the witness stand. Why?
Yes, ma'am. The driver.
You felt that was compelling. He had said enough.
Well, not just the driver. She was doing everything, he was doing nothing. Well, that's what I was going to say.
That's what I was going to say.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah.
Like, that's the kind of answer my kid gives when he gets into trouble for some shit. And I'm sorry. And I understand that I am not a lawyer and there are things that go into this that if you come off a certain way, even unmeaning to, but you believe a certain thing, whatever, that can be terribly detrimental to your situation in the case of the law. But I'm sorry, if I was accused of something and I didn't do it, you wouldn't be able to keep me off the fucking stand. Like, my lawyer would be like, if you do this, I quit. Get the fuck out.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I didn't know he didn't testify, but wow. Okay.
And then in the interview, he was asked what it would be like, or what he felt it would be like if a white man was in his position rather than a black man, right?
Okay. You think a white man facing the same allegations would have been arrested, charged, convicted?
I'll take it further. If you watch those videos and you reverse that and you saw a black man chasing a young white girl down the street, screaming and crying, that man is going to be shot and killed in the streets of New York City.
Now, this one actually really upsets me.
Oh.
And the reason it upsets me is because this is the kind of stuff that trivializes when shit actually happens. I don't really talk about this often because I don't like to think of it as an indicative way of how our police force actually is, regardless of what they keep showing themselves to be. I like to have the hope that if I ever do get into trouble, the cop that's going to come my way is going to be one of the good ones. So I try not to harbor this against them. But I was once put in handcuffs for doing nothing more than walking home. I was put in handcuffs, put on the side of the street while my record was run, while walking home. How old was I, you say? I was in 7th grade. Okay, sorry that sometimes that this kind of stuff gets to me. And the reason I say that this gets to me is not because he doesn't have a point, because he does have a point. If that situation did happen, you're right. If a person of color was chasing a non-person of color, screaming, the person of color is usually going to be thought of as the aggressor regardless of the situation, right? Mm-hmm. But when you're the one who did the dumb shit, and then you say, well, if this was reversed and it was a black person chasing the white. That's not what happened, though. What happened was on the streets of New York, you allegedly, well, not allegedly anymore, you assaulted someone and you didn't get shot for that. And then she grabbed for the phone and you snatched it back and ran away from her and she followed you. Mm-hmm. That's what happened. You handled the situation like a fucking child is what happened. So for you to have the balls to then be like, well, if a black man, that doesn't matter. Take accountability for what you did. I'm not even saying that everything has been on the up and up, because the girl who was involved, no charges were pressed against her, even though you can see an altercation of it going both ways. And especially if you're going to say after the fact, obviously, but especially if you're going to say that he was found guilty of unintentionally assaulting someone, then you for damn sure can at least press charges and go for the other party, right? So I'm not going to sit here and say that other factors of fame and race and all that weren't involved. What I am going to say is it's shit like that and shit like what Jussie Smollett did with the pretending that he was assaulted by people that make it so that when something actually happens, so that when people are actually dying on the street, that nobody wants to pay attention to it because we have trivialized it so much. I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to actually get that upset. It's just for someone who had the balls to say that he wanted to be an MLK or a Barack Obama, people who are thought of as being great unifiers of men, not just black men, of men, for him to then turn around 2 minutes later and say what he said. Whew, it's real offensive. Yeah. I'll just put it that way.
It is. That's, that gives me the ick. God.
No.
God, he's so terrible.
You know what's really going to give you the ick? You've heard his voice and how he's been talking about everything, right? Mm-hmm. Same interview that he does. I want you to hear the joy and the grandeur in his voice about what it was like working on the Marvel movies, okay?
I was a supervillain, and I got to play multiple characters, with a group of people that really cared nothing about anything else except making really cool movies.
Like, if you're curious as to why this also upsets me, it's because this is in the same interview where he is comparing himself to the victim and saying that he was victimized and all these things. And you're able to switch just like that from being so upset to so happy, especially when the beginning of the conversation with that was, what's it feel like to not be in Hollywood anymore because Marvel dropped you? So for him to have so much happy and joy in his voice as he's talking about that, nah, man, this is more of what I'm saying with the accountability. You need to understand what the fuck you just lost and not expect for everything to be coming to you.
Yeah.
Judy, I know that you hadn't heard any of the clips and I went and dominated the conversation. Is there... I'm sorry. Like, I just,
it's
oh my
right.
God. There was once a show called Skins, and one of the characters saw what was called, or he got what was called the redness. And that was just, he was so pissed off that all he saw was red.
Was red?
I think I just saw the redness.
I think so, but it's all right. I felt like you had to get that out there. But wow,
that was like, I just anytime I see someone just use them doing some stupid shit and making it a race thing. Like, race is involved in so much stuff already. Like, I get racially profiled so much, and I don't even look black. People think I'm Arabic, and they're just like, we're gonna profile the fuck out of you, right? And it's involved in so many things that when people do this, it's just like, God damn it. And guess what, guys? Yeah, I take shots at fucking old white men from here and there. I really try to not make race a whole part of anything. Maybe you feel differently about it from listening to all the shows. I mean, really, I'm just talking to my mom, my brother, and Keith right now. But, oh, Val, too. Love you, Val. By the way, anyone who wasn't mentioned by name, it's because you're a part of the show. Shut up. But, yeah. Oh, God. Okay, sorry.
Ugh. Ugh.
Let's get to something positive, okay?
Ooh, yes.
So I think my new boss, like, doesn't know if he likes me or not.
Okay.
Like, I think that he, like, listens to me and hears the way I talk and what I say and everything, and he wants to like me. But then he sees my personality, and he's just like, something's off about that guy.
Does he think you're a little too much for him?
I think that might be part of it. So the other day I came in, and he complimented me on my hair. And because I had my hair down and everything, he's like, hey, you do anything to your hair in the morning to make it look like that, to get it that curly? Like, I mean, I gotta put a rake through it and everything. I'm not going full doing my hair when I go to work, because that's a whole fucking thing. We can get into that another day.
Yeah.
But yeah, I run, so it's not all knot and everything, because I wake up and it's a rat's nest. So you gotta, I don't just walk out looking this good all the time. Sorry, bitches. And he's like, okay, cool. And then later on the next day, he comes and he's like, Ryan, I've been thinking about this for a full day. And I was trying to figure out a full day. I was trying to figure out who you sound like. And I was like, well, who is it? Who would you say I sound like, Judy? Actually, before I reveal who he said.
I don't know. I wouldn't voice recognize you as somebody.
You wouldn't give me any celebrity voice at all?
No.
Not even Jennifer Coolidge?
Only when you do that sound, though. I'll give you that one.
So he gave me two different people, actually. He came real strong with the first one. And then after about 10 minutes or so, he actually came back. He's like, actually, it might be this person. So the first person he said was Seth Rogen.
No.
No?
No.
So then it came back, like I said, 10 minutes later, and he said Jonah Hill.
I don't see it.
See? So
Or I don't hear it, I should say.
See? So right now you're just trying to remember how they hear, or how they sound, how they hear.
Yeah.
And you're basically doing a compilation of all their movies in your head, right? So I'm going to do you a solid. The Lord is going to bestow another gift upon you, okay? We're going to play a little game, and it's going to be called Ryan Repeats. I'm just going to play a clip from Seth Rogen and then repeat what he said. And then I'm going to play a clip from Jonah Hill and repeat what he said. And I found a clip from each of them. Well, I couldn't find them talking about the same thing. I found a clip of them each talking about something that has been very prevalent in my life in one way or another. Okay?
Okay.
So here's Seth Rogen.
Could I not smoke weed? Probably. Would I just much rather smoke weed all day? Yes.
Could I not smoke weed? Probably. Would I much rather just smoke weed every day? Yes.
Nope.
No? Nope. Okay.
No, like
Here's-
Seth Rogen has, he has like that raspy. He has like a raspy.
Ah.
Yeah.
Should I smoke first and then? Should I like go smoke? Come back like, would I smoke weed? Fuck yeah! This is awesome.
See if you do that voice, and then on top of that, you do like his laugh. Oh my god!
Oh, I can't do the Seth Rogen laugh. God damn it!
Oh
All
my
right,
god,
now-
Keith. I wouldn't say hates Seth Rogen. He dislikes
Keith
him.
hates
Like
Keith. We have to have a conversation. We can't have Keith hating Keith, okay?
no, he hates. Not hate. I say I wouldn't. I don't think he would say he hates Seth Rogen. He dislikes him, so he refuses to watch a lot of his movie.
I get that. No, I get that because like if his voice, I could see it being grating, right? And then I could also look. I haven't seen a Seth Rogen movie in a minute now, but it's.
Oh my god! Really?
I mean, no. I'm just like, what's the last?
I
movie
know.
he was in?
Recently.
Yeah.
I don't know any recent movies.
Like the last one that I remember seeing him in was This Is the End. And maybe I've seen something since then. But like, you know, the last movie he was in, like he's also doing like serious roles now and stuff. So either way, we're getting off topic.
Either way.
Okay, we're getting off topic.
Sorry.
All right. Now here's Jonah Hill.
Celsius Kiwi Guava Sparkling Energy Drink.
Did he do an ad for Celsius?
Celsius Kiwi Guava Sparkling Energy Drink.
Your voice doesn't have a higher pitch like Jonah Hill's does.
Oh, thank God. Okay, I'll take it. Honestly, that's why. By the way, because you asked the question, he did one of those GQ Can't Live Withouts on YouTube. Where he had a whole bunch of just the stuff that he can't live without. And thankfully, that was one of the earlier ones because I was like, I got to find something quick. I'm not, oh, cool. He drinks Celsius. I drink Celsius. Hit the clip.
Celsius Kiwi Guava Sparkling Energy Drink.
You know what? You could tell too. He was thinking about drinking it while he was reading. His like Celsius. They're okay.
Yeah, that's okay.
I mean, it wouldn't be my favorite. But he lives in California, so yeah. But no, I am happy. I'm happy that you said that it's like my voice is an octave or a half octave lower because that's why I was like, what the fuck when he said the thing about Jonah Hill. I was cool with Seth Rogen because while his voice is annoying at times, it's also recognizable. And it's like, it's a man's voice. Like you have no doubts in it. Jonah Hill, sometimes he's get a little whiny.
Yes.
And look, no guy, no matter how much we actually whine, wants to be thought of as a whiner. Okay. It's just not, we're not about it.
No, but that's so random. Like that your boss said that.
I mean, well, so the thing with him is because The Office, like I said, it's a boutique now. It's a boutique, and I kind of empathize with him on this because I also have good hearing. So someone picks up the phone and you can just hear everything that's happening with everyone all day if you wanted to, right? Yeah. Now, like you, and then also I do this more with looks though, so maybe for him he's just more of an auditor. But I do this with looks where I'll see someone, I'll be like, oh, that looks like Diet Coke so-and-so, or discount this person, or just like, okay, perfect example. Every time we do our pre-show meeting, you look like discount Murad. Right?
Yes.
Or Diet Coke, Murad! Or Walmart, Murad! I'm just at the point, I'm going to see how many different stores I could name before you just go, okay, eject, right?
Up and up Target.
So, but I do that when I see somebody. I say to the EP all the time. I'm like, hey, yo, this is Diet Coke, whomever. So maybe he's just able to do that with voices. But that came up, and like I said, because he keeps bringing these things up. Maybe I'm just fascinating. Maybe it's like a zoo and he's just like, what the fuck is this thing? Right? But because he keeps bringing all these things up, I'm inclined to think that he, likes me as a person. But then, like I said, the vibe that I get from him sometimes just like, perfect example. I got a bunch of stickers. Because you can buy like an assorted pack of stickers on Amazon for like $5.
Yes, to put on your water bottles.
Yeah, water bottles, shakers, everything, right?
I used to have it on my old bottle.
Oh, we got to sticker this new one up.
Oh, we do.
But
I know, it's been a while.
But we're talking about it, and he's like, oh, you got stickers? What you got those for? And I'm like, oh, water bottle, this, that, And he's like, oh, yeah, my daughters do that. And I was like, and look, even as I just said that, I'm saying it way more harsh than it came from him. Okay.
Yeah.
It's just, this is the feeling that it gave me. Also, I have low self-esteem. This is the feeling that it gave me. Bipolar disorder. This is the feeling that it gave me when I was experiencing it, where it was just like, look, no guy ever wants to be compared to his boss's 15-year-old daughters.
Yeah.
Like, but God damn it, if I wasn't there with my stickers, just slap him on stuff. We're also like, he's got now. Look, regardless, I am a special caliber of person. I totally get that. But he's also got like 7-8 years on me, I want to say. So we're not like, he's a little, I don't want to say he's closed-minded. That's not the right verbiage, but like he's less open to stuff than I am.
Okay.
You just know how that naturally occurs. Like my dad is the perfect example, right? He has no ill will towards gay people at all, right? There's not a bad or a hatred bone in his body towards them.
Right.
There's no fucking way you would ever get him inside of a gay bar. Right? And that's just, maybe I'm wrong. I probably am wrong. I'm wrong about a lot of shit, right? But he's just so old school. I just don't see a scenario in which he would be comfortable going inside of them. Outside of like a professional reason where his boss is like, if that's the case, he'll be like, all right, fuck it, let's go. He's got that kind of like switch. But outside of that, I can't think of a situation where he would allow himself to go into a gay bar. And like I said, he has no ill will towards homosexuals or anyone of the IBGT. I'm not trying to be an ass when I say it. The fucking acronym society. Like, I don't know the full thing. They keep adding to it, so. God damn it.
The thoughts, opinions, and expressions of Clownboy Ryan in no way reflect those of Judy herself, the A Conversation with Judy and Ryan podcast, or parent company, Take a Breath Productions. All rights reserved. Copyright 2020.
Thank you.
I was really that. You know what makes me sad is that the first time I have to use a disclaimer, I was actually not trying to. Like, I'm never trying to.
I know.
I'm never trying to insult anyone, but I was actively trying to avoid insulting somebody, and it's still just like, fuck. So, Judy, save me, please.
I get it. I understand.
Save me, please. I heard you been into audiobooks or something. I should have done better. I'm sorry. I'll do better on the next segue.
Okay. It's okay. But yes. I downloaded Audible the other day.
Do you get that free with Amazon?
No.
Okay.
So it's, well, actually, sorry. There's like a different tier membership. So you can get like a free Audible, I think, with your Amazon membership. But then you have like, monthly things where you can get credits for books and what have you.
Okay.
And then there's some ad versions, I think. But
yeah, so you're on the one that you have to pay for, but it comes with all the stuff.
Yes, yes. So our dear friend Val mentioned she was reading this book, or she was listening
My baby
to this
mama. Check's in the mail, Val. Check is in the mail. You keep checking that mailbox. It's coming.
So she's like, "Oh, I really like this book. You should listen to it." I was like, "Okay, yeah, sure." Look it up on Audible. Like, I'm like, "Oh, where can I find it?" So I'm like, "Okay, Audible." But anyways, so this book, it's called The Year of Less. And it's just really opened my mind. So I finished the book. It's like
This
5 hours
sounds like
long.
some Marie Kondo shit.
A little bit. It's a little bit like that.
If it
but
doesn't give you joy, throw it away. Yeah, you know what? Who's to say what gives you joy, okay?
No.
This
But
doesn't-
that's not her motto. Like, this lady, that's not her motto. Like, if it doesn't give you
Okay,
joy,
fine.
no.
Before I go on my Marie Kondo rant, please tell me about this lady.
So she goes on a no spend or no buy on like clothes, accessories, a thing that's just like not essentials. She goes on a no buy for a whole year. And I was like,
Okay.
wow. Like, I'm like, wow, I wonder if I could go a full year without buying new clothes or buying accessories just because things just keep piling up, right? So this lady talks about her year experience. So her whole book is like starting from July and the book ends in June of the following year. And it's just really like enlightening to hear things. And I think I've been like in my declutter era right now. Just because we're in a new house.
With the eras. Oh, Taylor
I know.
Swift.
I know. But I'm in my declutter era. And I was like, wow, that's something like now I think if I just want to be this committed to this no buy of things, like I think it might make me feel a little better not spending my money on things that I already have. And I really just need to like get rid of so much stuff. It's just, it was just it's very enlightening, like things to hear about it. I was like, oh.
I'm glad that you have listened to this. Sorry, I'm taken aback just because this is not the book that I thought you were going to say. Not for any other reason, just then I know what I listen to when I rarely read or listen to an audiobook, and it's not self-help. So that's why self-help was like the furthest thing from my mind. But no, I mean, I'm glad that you're able to listen to someone else's experiences and take those into your own and make yourself feel better and utilize those to become a better person, you know?
Yeah.
Like I feel like anytime, I mean, I've told you, speaking of great black actors again with Denzel, I've told you about, maybe personally, maybe on the podcast, I'm gonna say it again, Denzel back in the day, and I only say back in the day because I don't know if this is still something that holds true at his, advanced age. He, even after he had won multiple Academy Award Oscars for Best Actor, he would still go to acting classes. And the reason he would still go to acting classes is because, in his opinion, if he could learn from that entire class just one tiny thing that he didn't know before that he could utilize, it was worth it because it would always make him better. So anytime anyone can make themselves better, I am all for it, because that, when I heard that really struck a chord with me, right? And it is something that I've always tried to use, that just to keep myself grounded, because there are times when you start to feel like you do know kind of everything about something, especially when you're as fucking smart as I am. Got to build myself up,
Yeah, for sure. But I love it. So I think this is my first time actually listening to an audiobook. So now I'm kind of in this audiobook phase where I'm like, okay, I'm kind of over like other podcasts. Like I still listen to ours, y'all, available on Spotify. So
5 stars. You give us 5 stars because you like me.
Yes. But aside from our podcast, like, okay, I'm like kind of over the whole podcast thing. I was like, okay, let's try audiobooks. So if y'all have any recommendations for your girl, hit us up in the comments. Let me know what audiobooks or any books, things like.
Yeah, we could do like an audio book club or something. I mean, I won't
fun.
participate, but yeah.
That'd be fun. If y'all interested,
Yeah.
hit me up. Judy
Yeah.
Delahucci.
Or
I don't know where it's gonna
TABPOD,
be.
like, share, follow. What do you mean? I don't know. Wow, Judy,
sorry.
come on.
I
All
almost
right,
lost my mic.
We're running low on time. I was going to get into a whole thing about audiobooks and why I like them and everything. We
Yes.
can talk about it another day.
Yep.
We're running low on time. We still have so much in the world of sports to talk about.
Woo,
and
sports.
finally, we're going to unveil this awesome sounder that, like I said, I got help from. Those guys on the East Coast, they really came through for me. It's got big production value. I'm so excited. So
We're not going to
anytime-
get copyrighted, right?
No copyright.
Okay.
This is something exclusive that they did just for our show. Exactly, right? Oh, man.
Okay.
So anytime we talk sports going forward, we'll be playing this sound, okay? Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, you're excited?
Yeah. Let's do
Okay,
this.
good. I'm excited too. Like, I've heard it so many times, but like, you've never heard it, so I'm excited. Okay, here we go. You ready? No. Sports. Isn't that great?
Ew.
Let's hear it again. No. Sports. Yes, sports. That gets you going. All right.
Wow. No. Okay.
All right.
Love
So
it.
Judy, at the beginning of the year, we picked our teams that we thought were going to win the division.
Yes.
And I am now okay. I just found it. I got the list in front of me now.
Okay.
You picked the Chargers, who fired their coach midseason.
They sure
The
did.
Bills, who, like, you backdoored your way into that one. You needed every game of the season.
They
And
sure
you
did.
And you needed Tua to forget how to be a quarterback. But you got that one.
Last game of the season. When
You
it
picked
mattered the most.
Bengals. You picked the Bengals, who, I mean, Joe Burrow got hurt. You couldn't have known that. You picked the Jaguars, who you know what? I'll give you credit. They sucked.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they sucked, but I also thought that they were going to be way better. This one, I give you credit on. You picked the Lions. That was big by you. I mean, don't get me wrong. They were a favorite going into the season, but you still were there the whole time. You picked the 49ers, the copy and paste what I just said. And you picked the Saints. And you picked Dallas, of course.
Whoop, whoop.
Now, I'm going to say that I let Judy have the first pick of everything. So while my choices are not as good as hers, I will also say I give myself credit for getting as many into the playoffs as I did.
Yeah.
So now this one, I don't get credit because you refused to pick them, but I got the Chiefs.
I did refuse them.
The New York Rob Salas just could not do anything this
Sorry.
year. So, oh man. The only thing that did you see that the New York Rob Salas that we sent that motherfucker Bill Belichick into retirement? Yeah, with a loss. 18 years of beating the Jets? Not today.
It's been a while.
I know. You could tell that they have not been winning. I had no reason to talk about them.
Yeah, true.
I also picked the Steelers that backdoored their way into the playoffs. I'll take that.
Mm-hmm.
The Titans, who just fired their coach. The Packers, who, honestly, I mean, I'm not saying for this playoffs, but for going forward, like, they look like they might be doing okay.
Yeah.
I picked my Seahawks that as of today do not have a head coach.
Yep.
Atlanta that also doesn't have a head coach. That one I genuinely thought that they were going to be doing. Damn, I picked 3 teams that fired their coach midseason. I just realized that. Holy shit. It was full boomer bust with me. No one who was just like, yeah, it wasn't a great year, but we'll come back. No, it was either you made the playoffs or you got fucking fired. I
Yeah.
got ATL with Arthur Smith, who got pissed off at
Jameis Winston.
Dennis. Well, he got pissed off at Dennis Allen because of what Jameis did. And honestly, so I am on the side of Jameis, but not in the way he did it. Okay? And what I'm saying by that is I'm fine with, and I'm not an athlete on that level and never have been. So, Shannon Sharp says that doing this is a punk move. I get it. I am not upset that they went for the touchdown to give the guy a touchdown who hadn't had one all season, right? I am saying that it was a punk move because you got into victory formation. That is a universal sign of we're not trying. You don't try on us. We won't try on you.
Right.
And the game's going to be over. So the fact that they did it from victory formation is super cheap.
Yeah.
But I don't have a problem with making a guy feel good. That it's a team sport, okay? Mm-hmm. It's a team sport. We're here to build our brothers up. So I like I said, I'm fine with him ignoring the coach's call. Just that be a man about it.
Actually get in a normal formation.
But you know what I would have done? I would have gotten in normal formation. I would have talked to the defense like, "Yo, our boy hasn't gotten a touchdown all season. We're just trying to get him in. Like, if you want, you can try and stop him, but we're only doing this because we're trying to help our boy out." And I bet you it separates like the Red Sea, just opens up for him, and William, whatever his name was, walks into the end zone. And then the last one, I picked the Eagles. Looked real good for the first half of the year and real bad for the last half of the year. So
that was fun.
You know what's we only got like 30 seconds left. And I was able to really talk. There's two things I want to talk about real quick. First off, they're both coaches, NFL. Mm-hmm. Mike McCarthy makes the playoffs, is the winningest coach in the recent history of the franchise, and still can't get his job guaranteed unless he wins a playoff game.
Oh, second marriage Mike.
Second marriage Mike was like, come on. I got you the MVP candidate in Dak. I got you the playoffs. Gardner Dan is going to be leaving any day now. Like, you're going to fire me if we don't win a playoff game? And Jerry's just like, that's right. I want another ring, if you know what I'm saying. I heard that the other day, and I was like, the fact that he was like, we'll see what happens. I was, oh, my God. That's a vote of confidence going into the playoffs. I'm sure Mike McCarthy won't be panicked at all that his final shot in the NFL could be rapidly going away. And then just the shock of Pete Carroll, kind of getting fired. Because that's
kind of right.
For anyone who doesn't know, he's staying with the team, but it's going to be in an advisory role, a senior advisory role, which basically, if you don't know, means you did too much for our franchise for us to fire you. Right. But you know what it is you ain't got to go home, but you got to get the hell up out of here. Okay? like you don't got to go home, but you can't coach here anymore, bro.
Basically,
it's the same thing. It's the same thing that would be happening with Belichick if Belichick wasn't actively trying to stay as a coach so that he can break Shula's record. But yeah, so that was shocking to see that happen today. Mm-hmm. I just didn't,
Yeah.
But now there's like excitement too. Because, and don't get me wrong, Pete Carroll is, in my opinion, and this includes Holmgren, he's the greatest coach in Seahawks history. Not in football. And if you want to include Holmgren's time in Green Bay and include that in Seattle because Holmgren made a Super Bowl there, okay. But I'm saying just for what was brought to Seattle, Pete Carroll is the greatest coach in that organization's history. But man, I'm excited because now I got hope. Ben Johnson from the Lions, please. A lot of people are saying Dan Quinn will come back and reignite the defense of the Legion of. If he comes, cool. I'm not gonna be mad at that. I want Johnson. I want that Johnson. I want it. I want it on my field. I want it running my offense. I want it everywhere. So
Splooged everywhere.
It's gonna be an interesting off season, but we got the playoffs now. So real quick, Judy, before the playoffs start,
let's do it.
Who do you have in the AFC and who do you have in the NFC?
Okay, so I don't want to be like that person, but I really did want to pick the Ravens over the Bengals in the beginning of the season to win, but the Bengals just edged them a little bit, but I'm all for the Ravens going in the AFC, and obviously I'm going to pick my team, the Dallas Cowboys, to make it through the next few rounds. But I still have PTSD from playing Green Bay in the playoffs. The last two playoffs when we played them, they didn't really end well for us. All right, still PTSD, very fresh in my mind still. So I don't want to forget that.
Don't forget about the last time you guys played the Niners either. That was not good for you.
Well, we're hoping, right? So technically, if we win, we wouldn't have to play the Niners until the NFC Championship, if that. So.
And we haven't been to one of those in almost 30 years, so I'm not worried.
Since I've been alive, right? So.
All right, fair.
Yeah.
So you got Dallas against the Ravens.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna lie. I have it as chalk as you can get it. I think it's just a down year for both conferences. And you could say you have a down year for both conferences, or you just have two really, really strong teams, and everyone else is just playing like the rest of the league. But I got Ravens, Niners. I'm not gonna make a pick on who, but Ravens, Niners. If I'm gonna do an alternate, I would say Chiefs. Probably Chiefs, Dallas, or Chiefs, Lions. Like, it would be another high-powered offense that was just able to put an early 15 on the Niners, and then the Niners offense, because it's not built to come back. So it's just a team that put an early 15 on them, and they couldn't come back. And I want to say the Bills could do some damage, but yeah, they've won 6 in a row or whatever. But have you been watching them win those 6 in a row?
Yeah, Josh Allen is not playing well.
He's either not playing well at all, or he's playing like the greatest athlete that has ever touched a football.
Yeah, there's nothing
and
in
it's
between
just
with him.
There's zero in between. And when it comes to playoff football, I can't trust in that kind of disparity in my player, right? So that's why I just can't rock with the Bills. So, like I said, I'm going chalk, but if I had to go with an alternate, since you did Ravens, what'd you do? You did Ravens, Cowboys, so I will go Niners, Chiefs. Oh, that would be a fucking repeat of that Super Bowl, so we're not doing that. So we're going to say, fuck it. I'll just say Niners, Niners, Ravens. That's what I'm saying. I don't care.
Okay. Niners, Ravens, that's it. All right.
All right, cool. I am fucking tired, Ryan. Get me off this goddamn show. That's it for this week of A Conversation with Judy and Ryan. Sorry that we went long this week, but look, man, it's the end of football season, and my coach got fired today, so I had to talk about it. Oh, man. All right. Please make sure to like, share, subscribe, and hit us up in the comments with whatever you want us to converse about. I love that you guys talk to us on the clips on TikTok, but maybe not just saying how stupid I am for thinking Detroit was a state. Okay, I don't know. That's it for this week. We will see you next week on A Conversation with Judy and Ryan. Bye.